Hi guys, it is time to talk the Real Housewives of New Jersey. So if you love the Real Housewives of New Jersey and you love or hate Teresa Giudice, then this video is definitely for you. And if not, go ahead and skip. But before we get started, make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe, turn those notifications on. You never ever know what's going to be going on with these women. We're like coast to coast. Now we got Dubai and a whole other country. So we have different time zones, and it's important to turn the notifications on if you want to keep up to date with what's going on with the Housewives. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and get started. What do we know about New Jersey right now? Let's talk facts, right? We know that they wrapped up their season and then started filming their new season like a month later, okay? The cast, we're getting two new full-time, well, three, allegedly. Three women trying out for full-time positions. Bravo's doing everything a little bit different this year, okay? They're not signing contracts with these women, guaranteeing them spots, guaranteeing them a certain amount of episodes per season. They're saying, bring what you got, and then we'll let you know if we think you are going to be a friend of or if we think that you're going to be a full-time housewife. So this is definitely going to be competitive, guys, because we have three different women coming in. Now, we have one of them coming in on Teresa's team. The little bit of history that we know about her, guys, is that she wanted to be a big star. There's some footage of her, if you go on YouTube, that you could find it probably relatively easily if you search her name. But she wanted to be famous her whole life, and when she graduated high school, she moved out to LA. And for some reason, I don't know if they were filming her for a documentary for like VH1 or for the Louie channel, I don't know. Someone was filming her for a documentary. It was about this girl from Long Island who moves out to California to LA, and she has this New Jersey accent, and she actually stands out in LA because all of the women and the girls out there are like really blonde, and they, are kind of ditzy, and they talk like Valley girls, and she had dark hair, and she had a New Jersey strong accent. So she says that she was happy because it actually made her different. And she ends up getting a role in a movie that I don't remember offhand. I don't think it was anything super, that was like big box office hit or anything, but it was enough that they continued to film her a little bit through the process as she's like starring in this movie. Well, LA must not have worked out for her because she's back in New Jersey, and now she is on the Real Housewives of New Jersey fighting for one of those full-time positions. Now, before we jump into the whole Teresa and Louie mess, let's talk about the fact that we have an interview of Jackie. We had Dolores's baseball event. I guess it's an annual event now, if you will, that Dolores puts together for one of the charity children's hospital in the area is what I think that it is. And so I think like the doctors play the the cast of the Real Housewives of New Jersey, basically. And we saw Jackie there, and she was interviewed, and they asked her about her demotion, which we haven't seen her or heard her speak on it. We did hear Frank. He was interviewed by Tamara and Teddy Mellencamp, the two T's in the podcast, and he was interviewed, and he was asked about Jackie, and he, of course, spilled all the tea and said that he had had dinner with Jackie and Evan, and that, yes, Jackie had been demoted to a friend role, but it didn't necessarily mean that she was permanently going to be a friend role. Like, they were just saying they wanted to see how the season was going to go before they would make her full time. So when they interview Jackie, now this has been like probably a month and a half, the person interviewing her, of course, brings up the fact that Frank kind of broke the news to everyone that she was going to be a part-time housewife, and she didn't like that at all, and she like kind of dissed Frank a little bit, but at the same time was like, I could never be mad at him because I love him so much. And she was like, nothing has changed for me. I show up for filming and I bring it, and as far as I'm concerned, as of right now, nothing has changed for me. So we were like, oh, okay, all right. So they're letting you film with everyone, just like you were a friend, but they're just gonna pick and choose what they want, and then just let you know if they think that you were worthy of full time or not. Okay. And then, of course, we're going to see Tikis Wife again. Nobody even remembers her name. I don't know why. I mean, I feel frustrated that they're bringing her back this season. I feel frustrated about it because you guys filmed with her all last year. You didn't even include her in the reunion, but you let her come there and film, and you put her in a wood chair at the end of the couch, and you didn't even give her 5 minutes out of a 3-part reunion, and then you ask her back next season? Like, is she working for free? Do you guys really want Tiki to be part of the man-husband thing that they have going on out of New Jersey? Guys, they have a calendar now. They have a calendar of the Real Housewives husbands of New Jersey. And they're all in like jeans and shirtless with like Christmas Santa Claus hats on. And I know a lot of women would buy that. And I am not upset with anyone for that. But I'm simply saying that they are trying to capitalize off of the men of New Jersey by kind of starting like this husband housewife type of friendship and circle with the men of New Jersey, and they're trying to capitalize off it, and they want to see if they can make some money. That's what I think. And I think the men want to make some money too. I don't even think that was probably Bravo's idea. It was probably Joe Gorga's idea because he used to be a stripper. And he's like in the middle with a remote sticking out of his jeans. Guys, I mean, you couldn't even make this stuff up. Seriously. Okay, now for the real tea. So we know that, first of all, Louie and Teresa are supposed to be getting married in August. It's been up in the air if we're going to see it on The Real Housewives or if they were going to do a spinoff or a special. And we still don't really know what we're going to get. But a couple of things here. One, when Teresa's invitation was first put on the internet by Ramona said it was like the most beautiful invitation she had ever seen. And that is what had motivated her to put the invitation online. Now, other folks said that wasn't the case. They like did close-ups, and you know how people are. You know how people are, especially on Instagram. We analyze everything. We screenshot it and zoom in, and they found out who made the invitation. I mean, they knew everything, and they said the flowers were dead. Like the flowers in the invitation. I don't know if they were in a box or what they were in, but like people were dogging the invitation saying the flowers were dead. So now Teresa has put on her Instagram, she's advertising for a company for whomever made the invitations. And she's basically, she did like a little, photo op or video op, if you will, of like the invitation and the flowers, and it's so beautiful. And she tagged whoever made, who's ever the creator of her invitations are. But I just thought it was strange because she didn't take any photos or post anything of the original first invitations that went out. Even after the fact, after the fact, she could have posted them because they would have already been posted on Ramona's and been like, look at how beautiful these are. It's actually a compliment that Ramona, was so inspired to post my beautiful invitations. This is what they look like. This is where they came from, and since we, had to make some adjustments, we're now sending these invitations and done it that way because, I just think that would have looked a little bit better. But that's just my personal opinion. So she is giving us a look into the invitations and the creator of the invitations. We've seen the venue. We know that it's expensive. The venue is very, very expensive. But we also don't know if Bravo's paying for any of this. We don't know if they worked out a deal with the venue that's like, hey, we'll give you the building for free. Like, all you got to do is pay, food or whatever. We did find out that they had like a honey something. I don't even know what they called it, but basically it was if you want